Hello, in this video, I'd like to give you the project guidelines. As you might remember, we need to do the midterm project or the final term project presentation in this course. So you might wonder what might be the good topic for your project. Basically, you can bring any topics. You can bring any topics related to the course themes are okay. So also you can find the topics by browsing recent papers in the robotics conference and journal. That's why I gave you the homework to browse also the summarizing some of the papers, recent papers. Also, you can bring your own research to the class only if only the topic actually related to this course theme. Also, I will go over I will discuss your project topics in the class, and then once we find that your topics related to the course theme, then I will give the permission to that you can bring your own research topic to here. So I'd like to talk about some of expectations for this midterm project presentation. You may remember that once we are done under this, once we take this midterm exam, then we will have the first round of the student paper presentation. After that, we will have the midterm project presentations, and then at your talk for the midterm project presentation, you need to, of course, you need to introduce problems, explain why the problem actually important to us. And then you need to give an overall idea on the related works. We don't know much about the problem, so I wish that you can give us ample background on the related work to that problem. And then what are the actually existing problems that these prior techniques have? Once you can identify the problems of the existing techniques, they lead you to come up with a novel idea, right? Also, in the midterm project presentation option, you can explain how you can address those problems. In other words, you can also talk about your own idea. Also, optionally, you can try out some of the existing code and library of the prior papers. Of course, you can try it out you can try it out existing code, and then you can find some of issues. Basically, then you can make them much better. You can get a much better feedback evaluation from the other fellow students. Also, at the end of the talk, you need to clearly explain the role of each member. So, especially when you have 2 or 3 members for your project, And then also these are the expectations for the final term project presentations. Review material that you talked about for your midterm project presentation, right? And then present your idea that can address the problem of those state-of-the-art techniques. And then you need to give the qualitative or intuitive reasons why and how your idea actually address the problems of the prior techniques. In other words, you need to give a reason how much your idea actually improved the prior techniques. Also, you can talk about the expected benefit, also this limitation or drawback of your approach. And every technique cannot be perfect, right? There could be the pros and cons. So you talk about those issues. You basically talk about strengths and weakness of your method. Also, I wish it's optional one, but if you can actually back up your claims about your qualitative reasons or the expected benefit, back up your claims with basically quantitative result, some number collected by some of the implementation, then obviously you can get generally if you do that, you can get a much better feedback from other fellow students. And then also you need at the end of your talk, you need to clearly explain the role of each member. So this actually is a few more comments. So you may not have a particular idea that can improve the prior techniques, right? Then obviously it's very difficult to have the good idea early on, right? So I recommend you start to implement the paper early on if you don't have the clear idea. Also, try out some of the existing code. Or the better is that you can find the paper that comes with the source code, right? If you can try it out, then you might have a better idea on how we can improve those techniques. Also, while you try out those existing code, also to implement some of the techniques of the paper, you may get ideas about improving it. So basically do something even though you don't have clear idea about the techniques. And these are actually basically evaluation forms for the midterm or the final term project presentations. 3 main concepts, basically the novelty of your project or the idea, the novelty of your idea, also this practical benefit of the method. also this completeness level of the project. I mean, some project aim too much high, but in the end they basically they may not be finished the project, right? So I know that you don't have much time before the midterm or final term project presentation. Think about it out idea, some idea that can improve they can show the benefit of the existing technique, and then somehow the defined scope that you can do that within the time frame in this course. Then also basically I will ask each student that the role of each student is actually clear and well balanced. So make sure that you can get a good comment, good score on these actually criteria. I will provide the Google link about this. So at the end of each your talk, basically all the other fellow students can hear about your talk or evaluate based on this form. Yeah, that's that's kind of general guideline for your midterm project or final term project presentation. Thank you. Bye.